Hi, hello, and welcome to
the Zodiac Academy
with Katie
and Amanda
and Nigel, special guest.
Oh.
Can't wait. Love these episodes because he does this. Normally, his father is here, but he's abandoned the family this week for work.
Single dog parent.
Single mom who works too hard.
So I thought you were about to say works 2 jobs, and I was like, well, not wrong.
Well, about 7 jobs but who's counting, really? All right.
Okay.
Okay, gang, we are back, baby. We are so back. Book 3, The Reckoning, Part 3.
Yes.
Chapters 21 through 30. I am your captain.
I am your captain
now. This is my first mate. We're ready to get started.
I don't feel good about it. But
I love
okay,
it, but
here we are.
Okay, I'm ready to dive in.
Ahoy.
And I also have quite a few pages
Notes-ies.
for you to read from.
Okay, great.
So just stay prepared.
Stay alert.
Stay alert, if you will. Okay, great. We are diving back in chapter 21. It is a Darius POV chapter.
Thank God.
He is pissed.
Big mad.
He stays mad kind of this whole book, if we're being honest. He's upset the whole time.
Yeah. Well, he's found out some things. And
right. Yeah. So, chapter 21. He and Lance take off. Darius is in his dragon form. Lance is hitching a ride. We go to a little island off campus to cool off after our encounter with the ladies in the cave.
A super secret island.
Super secret island. Lance, the ever, super paranoid man that he is, throws up a bubble shield.
Throws up a bubble.
He does. He's like, silence bubble, engage, because nobody can hear us, even though there's no one around. And Lance sees right through his bullshit. Mm-hmm. And he knows that Darius was very scared that something was about to happen to Tory and that she was not going to make it out of this cave alive.
Yeah. Because
takes one to know one.
Correct.
Right. But Darcy was not in active danger at this point because, Tory is the one that cut herself.
Right.
And she's like bleeding out and like needs help. And I think Darius was very scared, and Lance
as he should be
immediately.
She went straight down the
forearm.
I
know. So he is trying to talk Darius down a little bit.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he goes about it the best way, because then he goes on to insinuate that Darius was acting just like his dad, and Darius is...
That's a tough one.
He's having a hard time. He really does not want to become his dad. And Lance just drills right in, and he was like, did that make you feel good? Did that make you feel good to be mean to her like that?
Right.
Because that's exactly what
you're turning into everything you don't want.
Major yikes.
As we all know, we grow up to be our parents. So yikes.
Whew, that's
yikes.
That's really tough. In this chapter, Darius also finds out a little bit more about the girls' childhood and kind of how they grew up in their upbringing. And Lance is like, yeah, they were really skinny. I think that they were sharing a couch for a bed. Like, they weren't doing great when I went and scooped them up.
He gives some context to, yes, you're mad, but did you think that they weren't going to retaliate? And let me give you a little context about
maybe
why
they felt like they needed to do this.
Right.
And Darius, of course, continues to say the hard ass that he is. What, am I supposed to feel sorry for them? I mean, yeah, kind of. Not sorry, but like a little empathy. Would go a long way. I don't know if he's capable of that.
I think that all of the heirs struggle with the empathy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's hard being a prince. That's really it for chapter 21.
Yeah. It's short and sweet.
It's pretty short. Chapter 22, we jump over to Darcy. Lance hits Darcy up the next morning as if nothing happened the night before, and she is not having any of it. She is very pissed, but she agrees to meet him because we can't stay away.
Yeah, because he's throwing that good pipe. Just laying it down. I'd meet him too. I'm ready now.
It's not good.
Sign me up.
It's not great. So Seth tries and fails again to have another moment with Darcy.
It's so embarrassing.
She's en route to go see Orion, and he sort of intercepts her. This is going to become a theme. Seth.
We're rebuffing
shooting
Seth.
And failing just over and over and over. dare I say, I almost feel a little bad for Seth because he is out here catching strays and not catching anything else.
Clip it.
No, I hate him.
Okay.
But I do feel kind of bad for him because you're up against Orion and he doesn't even know. And
right, because he's the himbo of the group.
Don't compete where you don't compare.
Right.
Okay? Clip that.
Yeah.
Okay? You're never going to be Orion. Stop it. Forget it. It ain't happening. She's not choosing you.
Do you think that he gets to dick her down at some point, though?
Seth?
Yeah.
That's such an it feels inevitable. Like, it kind of has to happen.
Like, there has to be a moment of weakness.
I don't know how we get there.
Okay.
Unless he just, like, beats her down and she finally is just like, if this is literally what it takes for you to, like, get away from me, then fine.
Can you fuck me and then we be done with like this?
I guess that's the only, or Darcy is very empathetic.
She feels bad for him.
Yeah, and it's a sympathy fuck.
Oh,
I don't know. That feels
that's
like the
worse.
only option. I know. I don't like it, but
okay.
Let's see. We fight. Sorry. Darcy makes it to Orion's classroom. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a confrontation about the night before, and she's mad. And the fighting leads to almost fucking because the tension is tensioning. It's ratcheting up again, and wouldn't you know it, someone interrupts them again. And it's Principal Nova. And I'm getting deja vu, as if this has happened before. You know?
Yeah.
So, it's not great, but it's interrupted. They got to be careful.
Well, yeah, because he's going to literally lose everything. Will be stripped of, like, all of his fayness.
We have got to be careful. Like, I can't stress this enough. I'm scared for you two. Please do not get caught. I beg of you. We can't.
Or
this can't
if
happen.
you do get caught, there's got to be some workaround to him losing everything so that we can finally be together, right?
Of course. I think that's inevitable. Because to me, right here in chapter 22, these two, it feels different.
They're in game.
They are in game.
Mm-hmm.
They are in game in a way that I don't really feel that about others yet.
Right.
That's where
it hasn't been solidified yet.
Correct.
With the other sister.
Right. Would you turn to page 418 for me, please? Because at this point, Lance has kind of, again, talked his way out of being in trouble with Darcy because he's a smooth operator.
Yes.
And he asks her to spy on Diego. I
just want to say that book 3 vindicates me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel proven.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel proven. In fact, I feel disproven because in the last set of chapters, I was so certain when we found out that he was going to have to bleed to get that hat back. I'm like, oh, this is it. This is it. This is where we find out he's not a fae. He's a nip. And that just wasn't true. Lance asked her to spy on Diego. She says, okay, and would you read the little italicized portion for us?
Yeah, we're going back to Astrum's tarot card.
Right.
It says, do not underestimate the beast who shadows you. He is the ultimate power, ruling over your lives and the lives of many others. Yeah,
so this comes to her mind after Lance asked her to spy on Diego, and because we know now that, the big ultimate baddie currently is Daddy Acrux. And so now Darcy is wondering, is the he in this referring to Lionel Acrux?
Lion, if you
nasty, which I'm not, so I don't like it.
What I think is wild is they have this conversation, however you want to, and then he's like, good luck on your water trial.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So Darcy leaves his classroom. We run back into Seth because Seth is now just like panting after her, quite literally. And we have yet another run-in with him. And Seth is like, you are my Omega. He explains this to her kind of again. You're my Omega. You have to do what I say. And then I can I have to initiate you. And then I can cut you off. What's happening? What is going on with this?
It is taking far too long for us to get to the point.
I don't understand what. Also, Seth is not really articulating to her what this means. He's being very cagey about it because he doesn't want to admit he fucked up is what happened.
Sure.
But he can't. What's going on?
I don't think Seth's ever been in the position where he's had an Omega that hasn't immediately been like, and you're my alpha.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sure. Yeah.
So the fact that she's like, cool, but why? And I don't want to, he doesn't really know what to do with.
Right, because Darcy's like, I don't even want to be part of your pack. And another pack member overhears it and is now pushing back against Seth, going, are you just going to let her speak to you that way? Like, what do we do? So now we've even ostracized the pack even further because now he's unwilling for seemingly a multitude of reasons to untangle himself in this weird Darcy web.
Yeah, he looks weak, which is not the trait of an alpha.
Right. So it is just getting messy. I'm really getting a little concerned about what we're going to do about that.
How we're going to tie that up.
How are we going to like kind of get out of this? Same feeling I have with Caleb and Tory when that inevitable breakup happens. How is she going to break this like source vampire bond with him?
Yeah.
It feels like the only way that that's going to happen is if he has a replacement for her.
I'm like, a true love's kiss.
I don't know if that's how that's going to go, but maybe. Yeah, you know what? Maybe. Honestly, maybe.
We need a little light.
We do. Anything else for chapter 22?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's move on. Chapter 23 is from Tory's POV. Tory is out for a run as the morning of the water trial.
Well, I think we have to start. Tory's not doing well. Post the cave experience,
sure,
she's having a hard time. She's having a little PTSD, if you will.
Yeah, so she's on a run to kind of clear her head before the water trial. She's going to run herself down to the water trial to kind of get ready for that. And she, of course, runs into Darius because these girls can't have a moment of peace. Nary a moment of peace. If they're out and about, you better believe they're running into one of these fuckers.
And they're always in the goddamn Wailing Wood.
Always in the woods. How many times we got to tell you guys?
Stay out of the woods.
Stay out of the woods.
You've seen the horror movies? Stop.
We know how this ends, and it's not well. Anyway, she runs into Darius again, and Darius is so fucking mean in this interaction to her. He does the third grade thing and pushes her down in the mud.
Yep. I like you, so I need to beat you up.
This made me so mad. And then we had such a great moment from Caleb. Caleb is making his way down to the water trial because, you know, everybody watches. So Caleb is making his way down and he walks up. Darcy, Tory's on the ground. Darius is like, I'm mad. And he goes, did you just push her down?
Like, that's so beneath you.
Yeah, it's so beneath him. And Darius and Caleb kind of get into a fight here again.
Which is...
Again, the boys are fighting. And Caleb's like, that's weak. That's a bitch move. That is a little bitch move. Like, come, you're better than that. What are you doing? And Caleb, again, asks Tory, come stay at Tara House, as she like runs away. Caleb.
He also mentions here on page 426, Caleb in his spat with Darius mentions that he's the only one who's overpowered Darius more than once.
Yes.
And when this all comes to a head, that's going to be very important.
100%, because Seth is the alpha of his pack, and you know Darius is kind of the default leader of the core four, and then there's a clear hierarchy here, and it kind of is a tell also that Lance is kind of like the second in command for Darius, you know, and he's a vampire and Caleb's a vampire. Like the vamps are very much like a very close second to like the dragons in terms of power. Look at Stella, you know, with Lion. It needs to be.
That's going to be a problem.
I think that is going to be a problem. I totally agree.
I did not mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't at all. So we get to the water trial, and by God, the Ass Club comes prepared finally with some chants to support our girls. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Geraldine in her big yitties leading the chants. I love it. I love Geraldine so much. She is a freak and a half, and I love her. That's all.
She is. Yes. She's the best character. Without a doubt. Yeah.
By far. We breeze through the water trial. The girls finish first with ease.
Does this... Okay, after when I was reading this,
Yep.
I was like, this feels like super easy.
It felt very easy. I think what's supposed to be hard is it's timed. There's like a time limit, so you do have to be able to move like pretty quickly.
Sure.
But like,
I was
easy.
expecting that we were going to have in each of these trials, that we were going to have more conflict. Like that there was going to be more tension. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, but seemingly quite easy. They kind of breeze right through. Post water trial, the girls have dinner with the squad at the Orb, and Tyler stays. That's what I have written down. Tyler stays trying to piss off Max with this Fae book bullshit. He cannot let it go. He is just the perpetual, like, annoying fly to everyone.
I saw something on social media that was like, Tyler Corbin is Perez Hilton in the early 2000s.
Oh my God, yes.
Just as like everywhere you don't want him to be.
Yes.
Out here saying wild stuff on the internet.
Yes. Well, and you know, now he's been brought into the fold. So now he's here to stay.
Right.
So he's kind of our resident correspondent. He's the person that's live tweeting everything that's happening.
Correspondent. That is crazy. Yes.
Just a thought.
Pundit.
Speaking of correspondent, we haven't seen much from our reporter friend in a minute.
Don't worry, he won't be
He
out
can't
of the
stay
picture
away.
for long.
No,
Yeah.
certainly not. In case anybody forgot, Marguerite still a bitch. just a clock in. She's still a bitch. Tory leaves the Orb for a little hookup with Caleb, and she. This is where it all starts to fall apart. She gets a little too big for her britches, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do something really fun. I'm gonna sneak over. Your time starts now." She breaks into Caleb's room the same way that they broke into Caleb's room to plant the Pegasex doll. And then, you know, she sends a fun little selfie from his bed. And he busts in. And, of course, I'm just thinking, with my dick.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even clock how she got in here. Why is she here? How did this happen? No. We're down to clown. I'm just thinking with my dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing else to say.
Yep.
I have a note in here. I think this might be the best hookup yet. This sex scene, I think, was the best one so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by far that was like the best.
It definitely like gave you the tension, the like lead up to it.
I think that this was our best hookup scene so far. And Tori's talking about how she really needed this to like get her mind off of everything from the cave, and like shit is really going whack, and like
she's trying to push the shadows away.
She's also trying to pretend like she's not thinking about Mr. Man himself, Darius. And she ends up staying the night, which
very cozy.
Previously she had refused to do and like wouldn't let him stay.
But she didn't want to be alone.
And they watch Rambo.
That is so crazy.
They watch Rambo, which is what a funny. She also a serious question. Post hookup, have you ever put on your man's long sleeve button down shirt to get back in bed in?
No, it's gonna be a polo, like a t-shirt.
Okay, I just was curious if that.
I mean, I have slept in button ups before, but like of my own, like big oversized button ups. Not like this, but like an Oxford or something. You've never slept in like a button down before?
No.
Oh yeah, like a massive one, but not.
Okay. I mean, unless it was like a sleep shirt that was like designed like a button down. Anyway, I just thought that was wild that we opted to put a button down back on versus just like a t-shirt. And I don't know why that bothered me, but I just like didn't care for that. It should have been a t-shirt. I don't know.
Noted.
Okay. Just
we'll let the record show.
Thank you. That's all I have for chapter 23.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Chapter 24. We are back to Darius. We are getting a lot of Darius here.
I loved it.
In this chunk of the book, we're getting a lot of Darius. Darius is mad again. He stays
mad.
pressed.
Yeah.
all the time. He's got some built up tension.
He needs to get laid in a bad way.
Badly. Just as bad as Seth does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, he calls for a meeting with all of the gentlemen. I'm trying to get to our page. Am I on the wrong?
451?
Yep, I'm behind. Okay, thank you. He calls for a meeting. It's like 5:00 in the morning, and he sends a text to the heirs, and he's like, "Get your asses here immediately. Get to the treehouse, lickety fucking split."
This is so cringe, but also, yeah.
Caleb is laid up with Tory, and he does not reply to the summons.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. No, he says no.
I'm busy.
I'm busy. And Darius seemingly pulls rank on him and says, no, get your fucking ass here. He makes Max call him up because Max is giving like kind of the peacekeeper. He's the one that
manages emotions.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Quite literally. So he's like, Max, call him right the fuck now and get him here or I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. And Max is like, okay. So the gang's all here. And finally, these morons put together that the girls are and it's really Darius that is one of the pieces together.
Yeah, because he goes, "Hey, Caleb, how do you think she got in your room?"
Hey, Caleb, how do you think she got in your room?
Caleb's
Dumb
like,
asses.
"Huh,
I
hadn't thought about it."
Well, and Darius goes, all right, to be fair, if she
Yeah.
showed up in my bed too, I don't think that would be my first thought.
But
also,
upon reflection.
Anyway, these idiots finally put together that the girls are the ones that are ruining their lives. They're the ones making up the rumors. They're spreading the bullshit. It's them. And the heirs finally put it all together that the girls are the ones behind the rumors. They decide, no, guys, for real this time. We got to take them down. Okay. And now I have all the problems listed with this. Caleb has Tory as his source. Seth has Darcy as his omega. Seth is at Tory's mercy because she knows his big bad secret that his daddy ain't his daddy. And Darius is maybe Tory's mate? ?
You said Seth, but you meant Max. We know Max.
Oh, I'm sorry, Max.
Yes.
Yes. I'm so sorry. Max is at Tory's mercy because she knows the secret about him. And then Darius is maybe Tory's mate or something. So like, yeah,
everybody
guys,
has a problem with this.
Yeah, guys, we're really gonna do it. The fuck? Be so serious. Y'all have said this about 6 times now. No, really, you guys. This time we mean it. Okay. Sure.
You're more likely to ship him again than you are to break up with him.
See, literally the next chapter. Hello. Okay. Anything else for chapter 24?
Nope.
Okay. Chapter 25, we bounce over to Darcy. Off page, the boys devise a plan that we don't see. But we see it unfold from Darcy's POV. And how are you saying this word?
Phasing?
Phasing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
How are you saying it?
I don't know that I was saying anything. I
said phasing. I don't know.
The phasing prank.
I'm sure someone will tell me it's wrong.
Unrolls. It's fine.
Yeah.
These
made
are
up
made
words.
up words. Who cares? But of course, they devised this prank under the guise of Hell Week for all the freshmen. But of course, our girls make it out because duh. And they make it out first. And the heirs want them to beg. They're like, no, this didn't work out again how we thought it was going to. It turns out it's not even facing. It's water.
Well, and we learned something really important in this chapter.
Tell me.
That because one of the rings is fire. No?
We're not there yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yep. So our girls, the heirs want them to like get on their knees and beg for them to let them go. And they fucking fight off the coercion.
Thank God.
Finally, they do it. They are like coercing him. They're really pressing them very, very hard to like, no, you're gonna beg us to let you out of this. Like and they fucking don't.
And they were combining their powers.
They were combining their
which
powers.
Which is also important.
Also important. They're combining their powers. And it's no. They're not fucking having it. And they get to saunter their little asses off with a big double middles to the boys. And they're like, we fought back and we fucking won this time. So check mark for the good guys. So later that morning, it's the fire trial.
Yes.
Yes. And the heirs do something so diabolical at this. It makes me fucking sick. It really makes me mad at Caleb. I'm harboring some resentment towards Caleb right now because he's
King Juicebox himself.
King Juicebox is really acting out of pocket. He's whispering sweet nothings into Tory's ear and like, we can fuck and I want to do this and blah, 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 blah.
But in front of my boys.
But in front of the boys.
I hate you.
And it's really starting to chap my ass. I don't like it.
Okay.
So they do something really sick. They project onto what I'm imagining is like the Jumbotron. Mm-hmm. And it's just like a little boomerang, essentially. It is.
We're such millennials. We're like, boomerang.
Well, what do you want to call a vine? That's even more millennial.
A looped video.
A loop video of the girls and at their like worst time.
Yeah, their most traumatic moments at school.
Darcy's getting her hair lopped off, and fucking Kylie is giggling in the background like a psycho. And then it's the little like clip of of Tory diving into the pool while they're like fucking coercing her into like drowning herself.
Correct.
And it's really sick. But you know what? Our girls get the last word here because in the fire trial, bitch.
Cue Kelly Clarkson. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Oh, that's funny. And I kind of went Katy Perry. I got the eye of the tiger.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so that's where I went. They go the fuck off in this fire trial. The girls have to project an item out in front of their hands or out beside them that's I think they say 10 inches long. And they have to maintain it while they basically walk the parapet over a lava pit. Is that what you were visualizing?
Yeah, something similar. Yes.
Okay. Of course, Caleb is like, Tory, you could just project my dick. It's about the same size. Ha 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 ha.
So stupid.
They are so
But that's
stupid.
something a like 20-something dude would say.
It was perfect.
Accurate.
No, it was so accurate, which is what made me laugh so hard and made me want to die. Because I'm like, someone absolutely said this and you fucking clocked it. Like this is one of those times I'm like, oh, they got this scene totally right. Because of course he said that. Anyway, we go through the fire trial and we find out that these bitches are fucking fireproof.
Impervious to fire. That was a big word for Elmo.
That was really good. Everybody's like, oh, they're dragons. I'm telling you, they're not fucking dragons. And I just want to know. We have not read ahead, as we always do. We do not read ahead in this. I'm 10 toes down that I was right, that they're fucking phoenixes.
So you think that they're both the same thing now?
At this point, yes. I think they're the same thing.
Okay.
I was unsure. I kind of thought Darcy might be. I wasn't wholly convinced that they were the same. But now, having seen all of this, I think they're going to end up being the same.
I was sort of hoping that we were going to get maybe like two different orders.
Me too.
The strength
Me
of,
too.
Two different
Me too. Well,
creatures,
and I wanted them to be like their own people. If they are so intertwined, like I wanted them to have like something that was their own identity. Yeah. But I'm feeling pretty confident at this point now that they're the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So so that goes well. They crush it. They get a perfect 10. Of course they do. And they're the first ones to finish like by a mile.
We also, I was going to say they pan to the heirs, but obviously this is a book, so we're not panning.
They pan to the heirs.
They pan to the heirs.
They're pissed. Yeah.
When the girls, it becomes known that they are impervious to fire, the heirs silent.
Well, they end up
Correct.
End up like Diva Storm off.
Correct.
Because
they now know this is not gonna go well.
Well,
and because Darius was the big bad, right? And if fire can't hurt them, then Darius, looking at you.
It's becoming clear that they I think they knew that the girls were going to be powerful because we've kind of been talking about this the whole time. They're special and their parents were really powerful. I think that this was the first time when the boys were, because especially having just like fought off their coercion and then this, and now they're like, oh fuck, this is not going to be,
gang, we're in a bad way
as we had hoped that it was going to be.
Yeah.
And mostly, what are we going to tell mommy and daddy? That's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
After the fire trial, Darcy asks Diego to the fairy fair, and he accepts her invitation because, you know, a reminder, Orion has asked
Covert
her
mission
to spy on him. And when Darcy returns to her room, she finds Seth in her room waiting on her like a fucking creep. And bad, very bad. And it is insinuated that he finds the flea moonstone.
The Aquarius moonstone, yeah. Eeks.
So this is the first tip off to the girls that the guys know. Oopsie, they may be on to us.
She's trying to tell herself.
She knows.
She's trying to tell herself that they don't, but it didn't work out that way.
She knows.
She knows.
She doesn't want to admit it, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Anything else for chapter 25?
Nope.
Other than the big bad reveal is that the ladies are fireproof. I think that's the big takeaway from this chapter. All right, chapter 26. A Max POV chapter.
Finally,
we have not checked in with Max in quite some time, and the first comment I have on here: what a huge chapter for Max to get. This is critical. Like, I think that this chapter to me is the real turning point of this book. Of like, oh, we're in deep shit here, my guy. Not the heirs and the heirs versus we as a whole.
Yeah,
are in big trouble here with the nymphs.
Yeah.
So in chapter 26, we hear from, are we saying his last name is Regal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I think I was saying it Rigel, but Rigel.
Okay. Daddy Regal calls Max up with some major breaking news, Aaron Parnas style. Mm-hmm. We've captured a nymph. A live nymph. And they've decided the parents have decided that they want the boys there to witness the interrogation.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's like, round up the lads.
Well, and Max is like, hey, Daddy, what do you mean?
Yeah.
How are you going to interrogate them when they siphon your powers and stick their little needle fingers in you?
Yeah. Well, don't worry. They got a plan.
Yeah. The Fib has decided they're going to cut the fingers of the nymph off and cauterize them.
But how do you get close enough to do that?
The nymphs were already mad. So now we're going to cut their hands off or fingies off and then say...
Not the fingies.
Well, not the fingies. Your needle fingies. And then we're going to be like, and tell us everything you know.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's bad.
Well, spoiler alert, it doesn't go as planned.
Correct.
But Daddy Regal says, round up the lads and pixie dust your asses here. We got work to do. So the boys, the boys are rounded up and they head to the Ministry of Magic. And of course, Max is the odd man out. He is in a gray suit and all of the other boys are in a black suit.
I don't like it.
I don't either. And this is not the first time that this has happened where Max is distinctly different from the other boys in what he's wearing or how he's treated
or that he doesn't have a love interest
or that he's black or that he's the bastard of the group. Like, there's just a lot going, and I'm feeling some sympathy for Max a little bit. He's kind of getting
shit on.
He's getting shit on, and I don't care for that. Not necessarily by the boys. It doesn't seem like they're actively doing it, but he's always just kind of the odd man out.
Yeah, just like enough to be different, but not in a way you want to be different.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So Darius was very nice, and he does something actually kind of kind, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just take my jacket off. Like, it's fine." And
yeah, people are used to me being like the asshole.
Right. So Seth tells the boys that he is really, really struggling without the pack right now. He is having a very hard time. And Max, again, as sort of our emotional leader of the group, if you will, he offers to spoon with him later. I don't know why I felt the need to write that down, but he does. He's like, I'll take one for the team here. You can come. And I have written down, why is this such a casual offer? Just like, this has happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it doesn't get any less weird
Seth,
though.
Like nuzzle up on all of them.
I know, but every time it just is weird. Every time, I don't know.
Seth is that like overly touchy person.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm. We don't touch each other. Like,
I don't care for that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the lads start us to the ministry, and the whole Celestial Council is there waiting. And apparently, we find out the parents are also horny. because of the full moon. Nope, that's not what it's called.
The lunar eclipse.
Lunar eclipse, thank you. Because it's mentioned a couple of times. Stella's acting like a fucking freak.
She is in heat.
And she Callie, Caleb's mom, says Callie has to come home for the eclipse because she's a little worried that he's gonna lose control and
have
accidentally
bloodlust.
like kill somebody.
Nothing like your parent being like, hey, darling son,
Darling angel,
I need you to come home because I'm afraid you're going to get a little too into this and you're going to kill everybody.
someone. Right. I have written down here too. Could this be an opening for Darius on lunar eclipse night?
Bow, chicken, wow, wow.
Caleb's gone.
Yeah.
They're going to be horned up.
Yeah, Tory is going to need an outlet.
This story writes itself. Daddy's away, the mice play. I don't know.
Caleb's our daddy now.
Well, he would like it.
Yeah.
He would like that to be the case. So I think that's important that Caleb is going to be gone.
Yeah.
That seems important, and we're going to come back to that. But also they note that the adults are not impervious to the impervious. Use it twice. Wow.
Look at our SAT
Are
words.
not impervious to the moon calling.
No, I don't think anybody's.
Well, right.
Nobody's in charge of their autonomy here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the right thing to say.
Well,
They're not autonomous.
they're holding
Not
up for the moon.
Yeah, the moon will tell you who you should be with.
All right, now, the next time I'm going to need you here is page 512. If you want to go ahead and turn there.
Hopefully scholar.
We try the old method of cut the fingers off, cauterize the fingers, do the thing, interrogate. That lasts about 30 seconds. Because Lionel, and why was he chosen to? Well, we know why, because he's a bad guy. But he was chosen to be the one to go in to do the said interrogating, and he fucking didn't. He murked the nymph.
I have a theory.
Do you want to read this first, or do you want to give me your theory?
Oh, I can.
You go ahead.
What passage would you like for me to read?
I just want you to read the last couple of sentences there.
This that starts with I reached out with my power.
Yep.
I reached out with my power, pushing through the glass and focusing on Lionel Acrux. His face was fixed in a mask of anger and disappointment. But as I pressed a little harder with my power, I found the truth of what he was feeling beneath the mask. Joy, exhilaration, relief. And that might have been the most terrifying thing I'd experienced all night.
Hey, what?
Yeah, so I believe that he killed Fangulus nymph because that nymph was going to be able to out him on whatever nefarious things.
Oh, yes.
So he can't have us being able to interrogate any of the nymphs.
No. Yeah, he accidentally losing control. No.
Right.
No,
and the
no.
relief in that is the important part.
100%. He, under no circumstances, could let this nymph say basically anything.
Correct.
Now, what that implies about what he's doing or who he's doing it, I don't know, but
he's working with the Shadow Realm for whatever reason, which is where the nymphs come from.
that's right. Or he's in cahoots with them somehow.
Sure.
Certainly.
Yes.
Yuck. Bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
Bad. It's giving Voldemort and the Death Eaters.
Okay.
And the Dementors.
Well,
Dementors.
I thought that Diego's hat was a Horcrux for a long time, but
Sure. Still not out of the realm of possibility.
Sure.
All right, chapter 27. Chapter 27, we hop over to Tory's POV. This is a pretty short chapter. It's Earth Trial Day. The guys go back to school, and now it's the next morning, and it's Earth Trial. And now we have heard that the Earth Trial is supposedly the hardest of all of the trials, and based on what we read, I believe it.
I agree as well.
I believe it.
It's the only one that felt
scared, like a little, like, oh no, like, how are they going to manage this?
I didn't care for the terms of this trial.
Yeah, so they're basically like in an underground cave, and they got to dig their way out, essentially, back to the surface.
They have to figure out how to use their earth magic to channel which one of the tunnels they should choose to get them as close to the surface or to the surface as possible.
That's right.
With the addition of
the Midgard worm meets the worm from Dune.
100%. That's exactly what I was imagining.
Yep, the Midgard worm from Akatar meets the worm from Dune. I don't know what else to tell you. That's just, I didn't write it. That's just what it was.
I'm here to tell you, I'd shit my pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, not for me.
So the girls make it out barely by the skin of their teeth. They have 1 minute left. This is by far their worst performance in all of the trials.
Yep.
But they make it out. And when they come out, the ass club, everyone's going crazy. Berserker mode. The girls have made it through the trials. We fucking did it, gang. We did it, Joe. We made it through the trials. And honestly, doing pretty good. They did really well in the fire. They did really well in the water. Air, they did decent. And the earth, they survived. So, like, pretty good.
Which I feel like is what the feedback that we had gotten throughout the book was that you just sort of survive Earth.
Right.
Or hopefully.
That's really all I have for chapter 27.
Yeah.
We don't have a ton there. Now, for the last couple of chapters here, I've done something different. I'm going to cover chapters 28 and 30 together. Those are Darcy's POV.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back to 29, which is Tory's POV.
Okay.
Okay. Because they all kind of cover the same period of time. Okay. Which is the fairy fair. So I'm going to cover all of Darcy and then all of Tory.
Great.
Cool. All right. So chapter 28 and 30 combined here. It's Fairy Fair Day.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. We've made it. Now, listen, we've heard a lot of chirpings online about the Fairy Fair. Oh, wait till you get to the fair. Wait till you get to the fair. The fair scene, the fair scene, the fair scene. The fair scene delivers. This is so fun. And if the pivotal chapter wasn't previously with Max and like, oh shit, has really hit the fan. This is really, if that wasn't it, this certainly was.
Yeah. A lot
happens here. Okay?
And I feel proven.
Yeah, a lot of shit goes down. So the Darcy attends the fairy fair with Diego, and she clocks that Diego is looking hot. Which again, they're all hot.
Yeah, but
right.
he's seemingly gotten a glow up.
It looks like he's got a fresh new fade. He's got a cute outfit on. He's trying.
Yeah.
Effort was put in. He doesn't have his hat on.
He's like giving me the Danny Zuko, like, kind of
cute.
a look. That's where I was going.
Is that why but were you imagining like the fair from Greece? Is that what
Well,
was
they
happening?
talk about like Sandy and Danny and that later, but yes, that's what I was imagining in my head.
And I have written down here, oh no, he does like her.
Sure.
He likes her. This is backfired.
It's getting cringe.
Immediately the plan has backfired. Darcy pushes Diego for some details about his uncle. And we don't get a lot.
But we get vibes.
He's not good. He's giving criminal enterprise, mob. We find out that Uncle Alejandro forces Diego's mom, his family to like do stuff that they don't always want to do, and he's aggressive about it. And
they've disappeared on trips together before.
So to me, it's very much reading mob vibes. But that's really all we get about Alejandro. We don't press too hard. We don't get a ton of details, but that's about it. Because I think Darcy's nervous.
She's reading the room on that one. Yep. That he's not willing to give her any more information. And I think she even like says, hey, maybe I'll like try and loosen him up at the fair a little more.
Right. So we get to the fair and they immediately beeline for the little water gun game. And Darcy spots this cutie little Pegasus, and she's like, oh my god, a 4-foot Pegasus, enormous, which only made me think of that video that my sister sent to me earlier this week of my sweet nephew Kendall riding this little giraffe, and that's all I could think about.
Okay.
My nephew Kendall, he has a little like giraffe, like kid-sized giraffe that he can sit on, and that's all I could think about
for now, because that is a D1 baby.
He's a big boy. He won't be able to, but it would just, that's all I could think about. It just made me laugh. Shout out to Kendall. Hi, baby. Auntie K loves you so much. Okay. So, Diego tries and fails. He does not win the Pegasus. And wouldn't you know it, Who enters the chat?
Orion.
Orion comes up looking
Daddy.
hot as fuck in
Yeah.
his leather jacket, and I am just kicking my feet for the time being until I'm not. He's basically comes in and says, "Step aside."
But it's important to note he's there with
Well, that's where we're going.
a date.
Step aside. He pews the water gun directly into the target, wins the Pegasus, and turns around and gives it to fucking Francesca, Miss Fib herself.
He selects the blue Pegasus as well.
Of course he does. Because he can't help himself.
Because
He
he's
can't.
a petty bitch, too.
He is so petty. He's so petty. Darcy is fucking distraught. She's just like, is this a joke? Like, I'm literally here doing what you asked me to do.
Yeah.
And then you come here and do that. And then she fucking sees them across the fair. Because, they exit stage left after he comes in with his big dick swinging and wins this Pegasus. And Diego makes his move on Darcy.
Ugh.
And he kisses her.
Ugh.
And this is how I'm imagining this. The scene in the movie. They're kissing. Darcy is shocked.
She's just frozen.
She looks over Diego's shoulder.
Eye contact.
Makes eye contact with Orion. And he goes, oh, okay.
Game on.
Game on. And then he grabs Francesca.
And shoves his tongue down her throat.
Shoves his tongue down her throat.
And Francesca's like, okay.
What are we going to do with her? Francesca.
She gotta find somebody else to strip.
We'll come back with her.
Wash her?
Darcy tries to recover. Orion sees it. Darcy is like, let's go get on the Ferris wheel. Like, she panics and doesn't know what to do.
Correct.
So her and Diego go to get in line to get on the Ferris wheel. And right before they get onto the Ferris wheel, we're into chapter 30 now.
Okay.
Right before they get on the Ferris wheel, Orion pops up and he was like, I need my source. He pulls source card. And Diego's like, what the fuck, man? And they get on the Ferris wheel together, Orion and Darcy.
Well, before that, he calls her a name. Diego.
Oh, well, we can talk about that. Go ahead. They get into a fight. Sorry,
They
I
get into a tiff.
Darcy and Diego get into a fight.
Because he clocks that she has a crush on Orion. And he basically calls her a whore just like her sister.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
And that's when I knew I was proven.
Well, she slaps him.
Uh-huh.
And
As
then,
he fucking deserves.
Right. And then, but not because she called him a whore. He called her a whore. It's because he insults Orion. And then she slaps him.
Correct.
Which I fear is the dead giveaway.
He's definitely sus. Diego.
For sure.
Is definitely sus about their relationship. But I think that we could rationalize that because he was referring to her sister.
But this all happens after they get off the Ferris wheel.
Oh, I thought it was before they got on the Ferris wheel.
I was like, did I skip all of this? No. So we get on the Ferris wheel and we have the Ferris wheel scene with Darcy and Orion.
Yep.
And she's like, you owe me an apology. I'm not down with this bullshit, but okay. And he's like, I'll apologize to you. I'll make it up to you. He jumps off the Ferris wheel.
Oh, right.
Right. And then she comes back down. She gets off and he's like, oh my God, that guy's a fucking psycho. And she's like, no, he's not.
Yeah,
And
you just don't know him.
You don't know him. And then he was like, do you have a crush on her? And then this is when the fight happens.
And this is when the fight happens.
She slaps the shit out of him. And then she fucking diva storms. I've always kind of wanted to slap a man like this.
Yeah, 100%.
The opportunity certainly has presented itself.
And you didn't take advantage of it?
It had to have happened. I went to college. Hello.
Oh, I've definitely slapped and walked away.
Good for you.
You were familiar with the recipient.
I love it. Okay, this is fabulous. Story for off mic. I love it. Okay. So we do the diva storm off like the baddie she is and leaves Diego high and dry. And she is kind of meandering around on her own now. She enters the fun house and has a really interesting experience in the fun house with the mirrors. And she kind of goes through these, like, because of course everything's magic here. So it's like past, present, future, blah, blah, like all these different versions of herself and like what her life could look like and blah, 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 blah. And she gets to the end and it's just her. And she's like, oh, I'm just so happy with myself. And you know what? Good for you, queen.
Good for you. Do you know what I thought was interesting in here?
Tell me.
On page 564, this is when she's in the mirrored room, and each mirror showed me something. Showed me as something different. I was still me, but my clothes, hair, and makeup changed as I passed each one. A laugh fell from my throat as I paused in front of one showing me as a clown. In the next, I twisted through the air and morphed into a beautiful white griffin, which I thought was interesting. In others, I had red hair, black hair, silver. I was a stripper swinging on a pole, then a warrior with a sword. Finally, I stepped in front of me, in front of the last mirror, and the word present glowed above it. I was just me, and I was good with that. And then later, later on that same page, she references the words from the devil card Astrum had sent to us came to mind. The answer to your question will be revealed on the lunar eclipse. I thought that we were going to get a different order because of that chapter.
Yes.
I was like, oh, you're leading me.
Well, so maybe they do then.
I don't know.
Is there a world in which she's a griffin? I mean, I guess a griffin does have wings. Because we do, I am very passionate that Tory has wings.
Sure.
I don't know about Darcy. So maybe.
We haven't really gotten a lot of
Sure.
From Darcy. And I was like, oh, am I supposed to clock this? I don't know. It just feels weird that they would throw that it's a white griffin in there. We've talked about griffins in relationship to Poop and Max.
Right.
So I just thought it was interesting.
She also makes a note here too about a tangle of blue and red flames erupt as well. Which then you're like, now we're back to dragon.
Well, right, but also like we've also seen that.
Right.
So we know that they harness some kind of power here.
I wonder if that is the tell of like, no, some of this stuff is actually correct.
Right.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Okay. So Orion sends her a text. He's like, I'm ready to make my apology. Come find me in the big top tent.
Yeah, because he's a fae and apologize. I don't really apologize because I'm a fae.
Hey, this was so insane. So he decides that the apology is going to be fucking electrocuting himself. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean?
It's crazy.
It was the crazy. I was like,
come into this tent and you're going to sit you're going to be chained to I'm imagining like a metal folding chair.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm imagining. You're chained to it.
Oh, I'm imagining like a very like 1930s like carnival like traveling circus with like an old school like big
Frankenstein
chair, kind of a Frankenstein style chair.
I was like, oh, we're going to sit on something metal that it's going to conduct the electricity. And you've got the numb man sitting next to us who feels nothing. Correct.
Man, quote unquote.
This giant man, and they pull a lever and they're like, we're gonna turn the electricity on.
Yeah, and Orion out here getting his ass fucking fried.
Correct.
And numb man just like, I'm totally fine. And Darcy's like, that shit ain't plugged in.
She's like, I can't take this anymore. I'm going backstage, and finds out that he's not plugged in.
Not plugged in. Plugs that shit right in, and immediately Orion, winner, chicken dinner. Because that little bitch, numb man is like, I'm out. And he wins a prize. And turns out the prize is a crown.
A special crown.
A special crown. A special crown for a special girl.
A special crown in a special box that nobody's ever won before.
Anyway, so we have that. She accepts his apology, and he's like, can we please get the fuck out of here? And she's like, absolutely. Absolutely, King. Meet you at the car. And he's like, gang, I'll be there. He whips, because of course they all drive just like sickening cars. He pulls up in his sickening like Lambo or whatever it is he's driving. And what ensues can only be now. This is the best hookup scene that's been.
But can I tell you the logistics of this?
I knew you were going to bring this up.
I know that these are small girls, like they're smaller girls, more petite, shall we say?
Sure. Not a
there
chance.
Ain't no way
in a 2-door Lambo.
But
there ain't fucking
first
serious.
Of all, I did at least appreciate that her ass hit the horn at some point.
That made me laugh. Because
I'm like, my ass is fully on the horn.
Yeah, I'm
like,
sitting
there's,
on the steering wheel.
I don't know how we're doing this. There's nowhere to lay the chair back.
I'm screaming. I'm screaming. It was so good.
That is a work of fiction, if I've ever read one.
This scene was so great.
I loved it.
And now remember when I said earlier, this is the best hookup scene.
No,
this is now the best hookup scene. Not even close. He's like, nope, can't even make it back to the school. Skirt over to the side. All I could think about the whole time, I was like, oh, someone's going to like drive by and see them. This is how they're going to get caught. So now this is what's going to happen every time they're together. I'm just like, is this how they get caught? Is this when they get caught? Is this time they get caught?
They're a little bit exhibitionist.
And I love that for them, but I don't need them to get caught.
Tearing the pantyhose was incredible.
It was
incredible.
So but hey, the crown.
Yeah. You should see me in a crown. Do you like that? I don't know if we have the rights to that music, but can we put it on one by one?
Hey, what though? Because that is very much a problem for the heirs if he's out here crowning other girls.
Yeah.
So
he was like, don't tell the boys.
Anybody. Don't tell the fellas, but I did it. Hey, so what are we gonna do about that? Mm-hmm. It's very much giving Orion is going to be the first domino to fall here.
Yeah, he's already fallen.
Well,
I mean, I know that he'd like to believe he hasn't and that he's stronger than that, but he is not.
I just mean in the jumping ship of like, oh, I can't support these fuckle chucks anymore. I gotta do what's right for Solaria and like crown these girls because like, what am we doing here?
It's giving. I'll bleed whatever color you tell me to.
1,010%. Yes.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to jump back to chapter 29, which is Tory's POV and when all this is happening.
From one hookup to another.
Tory's having a different evening.
Yeah.
It's something. I don't really know what's going on here. So Caleb.
It's dark.
It's not good. So Caleb scoops Tory up from school after making her wait. Rude.
In theory, standing her up and she like goes to get on the bus. We knew that wasn't going to happen.
So Caleb drives her not to the fair, but to a scary dark hill. And what ensues could only be a fight. I truly just have written down, for real, what the fuck happens here? Like, what is going on? He chases her. I think, actually kind of scares her.
She hits him with a log.
Yeah, but she's also at one point like, I'm not fucking scared of you. I'm like, you just murked him with a fucking tree branch.
Yeah.
And he's bleeding all over himself. And
that man is fine.
He's fine. But like,
hit him again.
Are you okay?
Tory. No. It's giving... It's giving
like dark romance.
Yeah. It's giving haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we end up fucking, feeding, fighting, except we don't really fuck, but we basically do. And he feeds on her and he goes too hard. He takes way too much from her.
And she likes it.
Yeah. I said, Caleb feeds on her, but ultimately we end on a weird truce. She knows that he knows that she's the one who started the Pegasus rumors about him. And we sort of just end it there of like, all's well that ends well. Let's go to the fair and have a nice time. It's giving mom and dad got into a fight in front of the kids, but now we're going to go out and pretend like we didn't just have a massive fight. You know?
Yeah, I'm as I said before, I'm worried about Tory.
I'm really, what are we going to, how are we going to break up with Caleb? What does that look like?
And I don't think Caleb's going to go quietly into the night.
I don't think so either. And it's becoming clear we're going to have a fight between number 1 and number 2. Caleb and Darius.
Fight.
Even if, and you said this last week, even ultimately, if they fight, and let's say Caleb wins this altercation between him and Darius, there's a world in which Tory goes, yeah, I don't care, I'm still not picking you, I picked Darius. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
And that's giving Seth. Just like a
It's
glutton
just
for punishment.
all bad.
There has to be some sort of, and the mating bond snaps into place. Like there has to be something where it becomes so apparent to everyone that
they
it can't be
have to
denied.
be together.
Yeah.
Elysian mate.
Yes.
That is, I think, the territory we have to go down, because I think we both feel like she is not long for this world with Caleb.
But I need to understand how long that takes, fam. For those of you who have read the books, I don't need you to tell me when. I don't really, please, like, don't tell me, because don't spoil it for me. But like, am I gonna have to get to like book 18 before we've solidified the match? Like, what are we doing?
I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again, because here we are at this juncture in the book. We've got this much left of this book to cover.
For visual reference for our YouTube readers. YouTube readers. Wow.
We have to leave them soon.
I know. Well, this is why we've gotten the feedback that people at the end of book 3... they do not follow Jamie's guide here and head to Ruthless Boys, because this is the feedback that I'm getting from my coworkers at the office. At the end of book 3, you are left with a lot of questions and you need the answers. And to then wait 5 books to then come back to try and get the answers is very challenging. Oh, no. So just know we have 5 books between now and when we get to find out if they're gonna talk.
Hey, do we?
Don't do it.
Okay.
We've already committed. We've committed to the people.
Okay, just let me say what I was gonna say. What if?
Oh no.
What if we just alter it a little bit? And what if we read book 4 and then Ruthless Boys? Okay. Just a thought.
Jamie, that girl reads.
It's just a thought. It was just a thought I had.
I want you to know I've committed to your reading order.
Okay. I don't like it. I'm just, I don't feel good about going back on my decisions. We gotta leave Orion?
I hear you. I'm not pleased about it, but this is the path we set forth upon.
I understand. Did you make any updates to your castings after this section of reading?
I have a wrong casting, but it's right, and it's the only thing that I can see in my head, and it's for Lionel. And Lionel is...
I'm going to write this down for you. Go ahead. Because I don't think...
Lucius Malfoy. That's the only person that I can picture. And I know that that's not correct, but that is...
Here's the thing. I actually think that's exactly who he's supposed to be.
Right.
I think that's maybe the problem, is that it's precisely who he's supposed to be.
Well, it's hitting for me. And again, it's the father who's the bad guy, who's on the wrong side, like abusive to his child, like all of these
awful.
things.
He's awful.
All of these things make sense.
Sure.
But I think he's technically supposed to have dark hair in the book.
Yeah.
So that really messes it up for me, because the like.
What about Adam Driver?
I don't know why you want to make him evil.
It's just a thought.
I love Adam Driver.
I like Adam Driver too. I was just trying to think of like...
No, you like Adam Driver. I love
Now,
Adam
I can't
Driver.
remember if we talked about this last week or not, but I think that she put forth an excellent option for Washer. Did we talk about this?
I think so. Lee Pace.
Crazy business.
It is crazy, but I feel very set in my ways with this one. Hot.
Lee Pace is so crazy. Well, we had this discussion with one of our friends who's also reading the books. She's read them many years ago, and so she's like listening to us and just like laughing.
Shout out to Emma.
We said Lee Pace, and she was like, "Hey, that's so crazy. What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, Washer's hot," and she was
gagged.
Absolutely. And I go, "Yeah, Em, like everybody's hot. Like, what do you mean?"
They're
she was like, "No. no. And I was like, yeah. No, I think he is hot. I don't like it, but can Lee be creepy?
Babes.
He's
yes.
so hot.
Yes. I think that he could be.
Oh.
Ooh. What about Alexander Skarsgård for Lionel?
Oh. I thought you were going to say Washer. Okay.
I can see him being Daddy A Crux.
Yeah.
And then I could be like, oh, Stella, I get it.
Well, again, as we said last time, if they're not hot, there's no story.
Correct. We're not interested.
Everybody is baseline hot.
A 10. Yeah. An 8?
An 8.
Diego, an 8?
Sure.
After the last couple of chapters,
can I tell you
3.
who I'm also maybe visualizing a little bit now for Sophia? Which, by the way, we've gotten almost no Sophia airtime recently, is Alice Cullen from Twilight.
Okay.
AKA Ashley Green. But not Ashley Green. Alice Cullen playing Sophia.
Right.
For the role of Sophia.
Ashley Green playing Alice Cullen playing Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah. A play within a play within a play.
Exactly. I also would really, now that you've brought up the Skarsgårds, I would really like to bring in Bill Skarsgård somehow into this mix. And I don't know who he would be, but I would like him to be someone.
I want like a Latino version of Cole Sprouse to be Diego.
So you just want the cast of Riverdale.
I'm seeing a lot of.
I see where you're going with this.
A lot of Riverdale kids.
Well, yeah, because I have Skeet Ulrich as
and
someone.
KJ Apa.
As who?
I think would be like a good Tyler. Would be interesting.
Oh my god, I'm sick. I've declared who I think this. Did you say Seth or did you say Tyler? You said Tyler.
Tyler Corbin. Yeah.
Yeah. I had Seth on the brain.
Mm-hmm. Who's your Seth?
Oh, I've already said all of this. Is this old news?
I don't remember.
Trevor Lawrence, aka or Rolling with the Homies.
Yes.
From
Clueless.
Yeah, we talked about this already.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? I am desperate to finish this. I cannot wait to cover the last little bit of this.
I feel like this is going to go pretty fast.
Incredibly fast.
Yeah. There are some chonky chapters in here, though.
All right. I feel this also might be a Nolan cut level length of episodes. So for the sake of everybody, we will wrap it up here. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No. Go read your book.
Team Vegas.
Team Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down with the heirs. Down with the heirs.
I'm Team Geraldine.
All right. And with that, go read your book.